Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chan. Let's get into the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's go. Why is Shamil so loud? But anyway, they are in the hospital. Shiloh has come to see the doctor because Shamil came back with strep throat. And Shiloh had had some problems while she was gone. But it turns out she does not have strep. She's doing much better. So that's good. Phaedra's doing amazing with her boys. Dylan, who looks exactly like Apollo, is becoming a designer. She said he wanted some bell-bottom pants. They didn't have any in his size, so she bought him a sewing machine. He's constructing pants, right? And Aiden is going to be his manager and financial counselor consultant. And she's going to debut his clothes at the event that she has planned, the Black Glove event. So today is the day Kelli is supposed to be going to get her divorce done. She says she is nervous. She has all the emotions and she is ready for this part of her life to be over and start over her new journey with her girls. So Kelli's back home, still married. They had 4 hours. They went over, so they had to have a continuance. And her soon-to-be ex-husband in this moment is in jail because he has not paid his child support. So I know she's aggravated. Child, Kelli's husband does not care nothing about these kids. She told Shamia that the reason he paid child support the last time is that so he could get out of jail. He don't care nothing about going to jail. And I don't even know how long he gonna be in there. But then Angela called to check on her, and then Shamia said, have you heard from Brit? She said, not since Grenada. And I can't understand how Kelli is upset with Brit. Because when they showed all the things that Kelli was there for Brit for, I would be upset too. The Kenya situation, she brought her IV specialist, she left the party, she was there for that ridiculous golf event. You know what I'm saying? And she hasn't heard from her because of a stylist situation. That's crazy. So Phaedra has sent her Black Glove invitation out to the ladies and she's FaceTime with them, right? Now we're at Williams-Sonoma. One thing about Kelli, she is the plug, baby. Kelli has had so many events. She had the Balmain event, and now she's having this cooking contest with Charles at Williams-Sonoma because she has partnered with them. And she invited Phaedra, Drew, and Angela because she said, I wanted to get to know these ladies a little bit more. Kelli has let these ladies know that she has not talked to Brit since Grenada. And Phaedra's like, aren't you all best friends? She said, we are kind of trying to be best friends or something like that, but she needs to focus on her at this time. And I'm with Drew. Something ain't right in this waffle mix. What's the tea? Let me say this. I talked about this last night on live. If Brit had been doing this in the beginning of this season, she probably would still be on this season. Kenya probably will still be on this season because this is what was needed. Brit is not a girl's girl. And having Portia coming in there laughing, Cynthia laughing, and they going back and forth with little tea and stuff. This is what makes a housewife and what makes you tolerable, Brit. This was so cute. She's never had the girls over. She's always with her husband. She's with her mom and her sister and Kelli. Now she's falling out with Kelli. She's been needing to pull these girls in. Phaedra told her right. And I'm glad she took Phaedra's advice. You better get you a charcuterie board and a little glass of champagne. And look what you got. This was cute. So after the girls get their snacks and drinks and everything, Brit, they're downstairs on the couch. And Brit lets them know that she is not rocking with Kelli since Grenada. Because Kelli has told her team not to work with Brit. And they were like, why? She said Kelli felt like she was getting the short end of the stick and her clothes and glam look better than hers. Sidebar. She's right. I don't know what Kelli, I don't know if they dress Kelli or Kelli gives them what she wants to dress in and they put it on her and do her hair and makeup. Because Brit's looks this season were fire. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know what Kelli's doing. Kelli should have been fired her team and just gave them to Brit. You know what I'm saying? Or asked her team to do what they did for Brit for her. Because Kelli, that was not it. I know what it is about Kelli. Too many accessories. It's just too much. You understand what I'm saying? It's the earrings, the necklace. You can take one of these off. This right here needs to go. And in everything. When she had that swimsuit on in Nashville, why did you have a necklace around your waist? Like, it's too much. So whoever was styling her, she needs to let them go also. Now, I do agree with Kelli. You need to get your own team. And from last night, word on the curb is Kelli's team have left her and now they're with Brit. If I'm saying that right. I'm going to say alleged because I haven't really heard that. But at the same time, I can understand Kelli and Brit using the same team in Nashville. She was like, okay, here's my team. But when we get back home, Brit, you're going to have to get your own team, ma'am. It's giving leeching. You understand what I'm saying? Let's keep going. But then Brit goes on to tell us all that now Kelli is sharing her team with Shamea. And then she tells us that she knows about a lot of stuff that goes on. She says a lot. She gets to talking about Shamea and saying that Shamea has shown her all the texts between her and Portia. And then Brit goes on to clarify and make Portia know it's true when she says something between what Portia cleared up was her and her therapist. That's crazy. So Brit says, I'm just sharing with you that I've seen all of your messages. Now, Shamea is around here tussling and punching the air to be in Portia's good graces. But she's over here showing text messages between her and Portia. And especially after Portia cleared it up and said it wasn't her lawyer, but it was her therapist. Portia's like, that's a lot. That's too much. What is wrong with Shamea? Baby, so after Angela had ruled Kelli and Charles Banana Foster Waffles a tie, this dude right here came up named Marcus. And he said, I need to talk to you because I may know some things that you don't know. Off camera. Then she was like, do I know you? He was like, no, but I'd rather just talk. I'd rather you and I just talk. So then he was like, your husband has been in my restaurant and I would like to talk to you about that. Child, this Drew is me and I am Drew, honey. When I tell you Drew and Phaedra was in the business and asking, did she know that man? Angela said, I ain't never seen that man in my life. Never. And then, okay, I need you to understand, Charles is standing right in front of them. I don't know how he didn't hear Marcus, but thank God he did not. So then Kelli says, let me go over here and, toast with them and then I'll be back. So they get ready to do a cheers. And Marcus says, cheers if your name is Angela and your husband is cheating on you. Now, who needs to come to the front is Justin Diego because he is back here in the mix. And P.S., Charles did not hear him because I agree with the ladies. It would have been a skillet to the head. Let's keep going. Baby, you can say what you want to about Phaedra. I love Phaedra. Phaedra said, let me get to the car. Before she could close the door, she said, Siri, call Portia. Baby, she said, we was a little strawberry shortcake cooking debut. And this man walks up to Angela and says, I know something about your husband. He's cheating on you. Hold on. Exactly the reaction that I would have. Baby, Cynthia almost rolled off the end of that shades. Do you understand what I'm saying? Oh my God. I love this. Brit, this is what you should have been doing since the beginning. And you will still be on the show. The people, the twirlers will still have Kenya. And it will be all good for season 17. But you waited too late. Let's keep going. So as we get ready for the Black Glove event, we find out that Portia's cousin Lundy has passed away. And she won't be making it to the event. So rest in peace to Lundy. Everybody comes in looking classic, fantastic. Kelli comes in looking like she about to go on stage to a Lil' Kim concert. You should have been fired your stylist. You should not be mad at Brit about that. So Brit Edie enters the chat. She has spoken to Kelli twice. This is what Kelli gave to Brit, right? Absolutely nothing. But I do understand her still being in her feelings, right? Because she didn't check on Kelli. And Kelli said, all this over glam, I don't really have nothing to say to her. So as Angela is finishing her story about what happened at Williams-Sonoma, we find out that Marcus was paid to be there. And I think we're going to find out more about that next week in the season finale. Baby, Libby and Brit got into it, right? Phaedra's over here trying to calm her down. Look at Cynthia and Shamea. And she told Phaedra, you better talk to your pill-popping roommate. And what did Brit come back with? Brit said, let's talk about these babies you got rid of in your marriage. Kelli said, it's my body, my choice, but my tubes are tied. But you can't have no kids, and you want to be like me. Brit said, who wants to be like you little hobbit? The show was great. My girl Sweet Tea was here. I don't even know why Drew was in the scene. And Dylan got to show his pants. Bye, y'all.